Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am joined this evening by Callum and by Jamie. We are previewing UFC 308. It's been a long week. It's been a long week and a long day. I can't get my words out properly. If you're joining us on the first time on X, make sure to follow all of us on X as well. How are we doing this evening?
Honestly,
good, man.
I'm anxious about.
You're anxious.
Yeah.
Jamie, how are you feeling?
Positive, happy. Yeah. Uncle Dana's the man. Yeah, everything's good.
Uncle Dana's the man. You're such a troll. You're such a troll. Just go through some of these comments. We got Chapman.
So disgusting
as well.
Yeah. I'm still broken from Tuesday, bro. I'll be real. I'm still broke from Tuesday.
Big up Chapman. Big up CJ. Big up Theo. I can't pronounce your name, so I'm probably not going to butcher it. Can someone explain to me why Bobby Knuckles versus Hamzat is a 5-rounder? Because it can. Because it can be.
I think it was originally meant to be a main event for the last, so I think they've just kept it as a 5-round co-main.
Yeah. Chapman said, I'm good at playing a new Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Yeah, I'm crap at Call of Duty, so the less we say about that, the better. A9, hi to you too. Boys, let's start with the main event. Now, probably the most anticipated matchup that the UFC can put together at the moment. Ilia Topuria making his first defense of his featherweight crown against arguably one of the featherweight goats in Max Holloway. I'll start off with you, Callum. How are you feeling coming into this? Because I know we've all watched the presser. You know, how rattled is Max Holloway at the moment? Because he seems pretty rattled at the moment.
So genuinely, I don't think Max is rattled. I think Max is one of those people, unless you say something about his family or something, I don't think he'll get rattled, but I don't think Ilia would ever cross that line with Max. I don't think he needs to. I don't think he's rattled. I think he's more like, why are you trying to sell the fight when the fight sells itself? You're a phenomenal fighter. I'm a phenomenal fighter. Your last fight ended with a vicious KO. My last fight ended with a vicious KO. It's the most anticipated fight of the year. We don't really need to do the back and forth stuff. Plus,
Ilia has ripped out Callum's Wi-Fi for suggesting that he hasn't rattled Max Holloway. Jamie. Oh, hold on. He's back.
He's back.
Callum, you said that Ilia just ripped out the Wi-Fi for suggesting that you've not rattled.
No, I like. Plus, I think from the outside looking in, it's like Ilia's he's kind of just copying Conor's blueprint, and I don't think Ilia's someone that needs to do that. Like from the outside looking in, Ilia's got a lot going for himself. He's a brilliant wrestler. He's got brilliant jiu-jitsu. He's got superb boxing. We just saw him knock out Volk. He's a good-looking guy. He's marketable. He's got the Rose thing, which is unique to him. Like, he's got a lovely family, and he seems to be a family guy. I don't get why he's trying to do the heel stuff. Like, if you're trying to package a fighter, like Ilia's the full package. I don't get why he's trying to go overboard with it.
Jamie, do you agree that he's sort of going down the pound line Conor, as Conor said back when he fought Eddie Alvarez? Everyone on stage wants to be like me, look like me, talk like me, and everyone wants to be me.
They want to dance like me, sing like me. Yeah.
So is this happening? Ilia doing his best Conor impression?
I think Ilia's just trying to get noticed. I think that's all it is. Yeah, I think he's just trying to get noticed. Go for it, man. Do what you have to do. I literally think that's all he's trying to do, because these not little guys are such a wrong thing called, because they're called smash shit at me. The smaller guys, The smaller guys, I think, need to do more to get noticed because they don't get promoted well enough. I just think that's what they're trying to do. Ilya's obviously a world-class martial artist. Max is a world-class martial artist. But I think they have to do it to get noticed. Otherwise, no one's going to be paying attention, unfortunately.
I sort of agree and disagree. It's probably more featherweight. It's probably more flyweights that need to do more to put themselves out there, because I literally think Dana couldn't give two shits about them. To be perfectly honest.
But Luke, to what Jay's saying, apart from the face-off they did, which wasn't even in person, what other promo has there been for this fight?
But yeah, Genkan, I could say that about every single event this year.
But that's the point, though.
Where's the promo? UFC 300, where was the promo? Lastminute.com, that was your promo. Everything being last minute, no one saving the card. 303 was the same. CJ, Facts. You can say, well, every single UFC event. Well, ironically, apart from the one next month, which has been pretty much promoted to the moon, because who's headlining.
It hasn't, though. It hasn't been, the card hasn't been promoted. John Jones has just been promoted.
Oh, yeah, because John Jones is the star. Dana likes to tell us that John Jones is the star. So we always have to remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Not on this channel, buddy.
We didn't realize we had Calvin Phillips.
Jamie probably better shape than Calvin Phillips, to be fair.
Just. But no, you are right. The promotion. Do you know what I would do? Do you know what I'd love UFC to do? Instead of having a fight night where no one absolutely cares about a fight night, right? What they should do is when they got a pay-per-view coming up, get them around a round table for an hour and a half, going back and forward with Dana White sitting in the middle and having this round table, just going back and forth.
Because Dana couldn't be asked to do that.
And then you put it out free. You put it out free. And you put it out on YouTube or wherever, Kick or whatever you want to do, yeah? You put it out there for free and it gets more people invested, because the problem is, unless there's a press conference, there's zero promotion for UFC pay-per-views now. No promotion unless there's a press conference.
Even the press conference, it's like they're not hitting it as they used to hit. Like,
no, it's boring now.
It's safety first. Dana's taking all the... Yeah, Dana's taking all the fun away. I'd love to sit down. I'd love it in a dark room, round table, spotlight literally above, just dangling down. You got Ilya, you got Max around the table, Dana referee in it, and they just go back and forward for an hour, and we build up the fight. Because apart from that, where's the promotion? That'd be beautiful to see. Imagine putting that on YouTube. What would you rather watch? A Dana White press conference
in the middle,
or doing that? Yeah, or doing that for an hour.
Get Alan Cattrall doing it from TNT. Get him doing it, because
I'd rather sit down for an hour. That'd be
him
beautiful.
rather than freaking Dana glazing other fighters on the card.
And put it on for free and everyone watch it. What was that thing they used to do?
Or instead of Dana going on podcasts, why doesn't he get the fighters go on podcasts? Dana's always on a podcast.
Yeah,
get the fighters.
Can only be one star.
What did I put in our chat, boys? What did I put in the chat? No, I was going to put it in the chat, but I've got about Dana saying more the journalists suck, they actually suck. He said sports journalism is basically in the bin, but you're going on podcasts as people trying to be journalists.
So do they suck, or do they or is it just the ones that disagree with him?
Yeah, basically want to disagree with him.
Because I'll be real with you, him going after a journalist is probably one of the most silly things that you can do, because journalists are the ones that uphold the sport. If all the journalists stop writing about UFC, they're not going to do as well as they do now.
Yeah, just go through a couple of these comments. Haven't watched the press in 5 years. They're boring as F. Careful, Jamie. Yeah. You put Jones and Stipe at a table, Dana will want to sit underneath. Hope we get Islam versus Topuria and Ankalaev Pereira early next year. A9, I can tell you for a fact we are not getting Islam Topuria next year. We're more likely going to get Islam versus the winner of Shavkat versus Bilal next year, as Dana said in his power slap.
I also
fight presser.
I would get rid of divisions and have a Super League of fights.
Hold on, the Super League. I swear I've heard that.
That's similar to what PFL do, right?
Yeah, I like that
Dana was
system.
slagging off the guy today, Don Davis.
I like that system. Let's do that. You know, if there's one good thing PF do, I think it's that. Do like a Super League of fights. You know, the promotion for it would be so much better.
So they love way saying here the UFC 308 countdown's got 1.2 million views. This fight is mega big.
That's not big for us.
That's not like, think about prime build up, the prime matchups. Look on.
Is that on YouTube?
Yeah. YouTube? So just go countdown.
I'm gonna go UFC,
Jamie, and just put McGregor versus Alvarez.
Just put McGregor.
I'll put like McGregor. Or put Max versus Volk, because down and see how many views this get. Yeah, it looks big, but trust me, it's not that big compared to what the others have done. But I'll go to you, Callum. Like, obviously, Ilya's coming here with supreme.
I'll tell you what, that might be wrong actually.
What?
Oh, hang on, no. UFC 246 countdown. Yeah, it's nowhere near. It's nowhere near that. This is the biggest viewed countdown in UFC history.
What, the one currently?
Yeah, UFC 264, Conor versus Poirier, UFC countdown, got 21,000 views.
No, YouTube. That can't be right.
No way.
They must have taken that down and re-uploaded it recently or something.
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. Ignore me. Ignore me.
I was about to say. Yeah, so as I can. So Ilya's coming here, supreme confidence. He's talking smack to anybody that can get it. Smack to Bilal. Smack to Islam. Fighters that aren't even in his own division. He's looking like that he's sort of getting under Max's skin a little bit with what we saw at the presser, with him saying that he's going to meet him for first 10 seconds. He's going to do the point, going to stand and bang in the first 10 seconds. So which round are you picking Max Holloway to knock him out then?
I'll be honest with you. The reason I'm going into this fight of anxiety, and again, it's probably going to sound like I'm heavily one-sided. I really do like Topuria as a fighter. I really rate him. Like as a martial artist, to watch Topuria work is actually special. Like the way he puts his punches combinations together, the way he mixes the wrestling with the jiu-jitsu, like he is such a supreme martial artist. I love Max. I don't see where Max beats him. I don't think Max can out-grapple him. I think Ilya's jiu-jitsu is better. And dare I say it, Max, to get to Ilya, Max might have to fight inside a bit. If you're fighting an inside fight against Ilya, you're not going to win. His punches are everything's just so short and crisp. And the fact that he's already shorter than Max as well, who'd be underneath him in no time. Look, Max can obviously win this. I just see a clearer path of victory for Ilya. And dare I say it, I think he gets a stoppage.
I do think, because obviously I know Justin Gaethje sort of dropped Max, but it didn't count as an official knockdown. Do you think we're seeing Ilya drop him? Like for the first time, I'm going to see Max like on his ass at one point, going, "Oh shit, he's going to get finished."
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
I think it could definitely happen. This is the first time. The Gaethje fight, I thought Max might have got touched up more than he did, but this one I see him getting touched up. Ilya just knows how to close space.
Cow curse, Max will win.
I can't believe this actually has a name.
Mike Perry's face-off with Conor McGregor last year at BKFC got 3.2 million views. I mean, that's just a face-off. It's just a face-off. Yeah. The Ultimate Fighter, first 1.5 minutes, got 1.2 million views between Conor and Mike Chandler. Yeah, difference.
And that's a wash, Connor.
Yeah.
I know
By the way, Max Holloway's a new champion here. He's winning on unanimous decision.
Oh,
Okay, Jamie, talk to me. How's Max going to get his belt back?
Max is go out box Ilya.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Max is go out box him, and he's going to win a points decision, and then he's going to lay the belt on the floor and retire.
You think he's going to retire?
I've just had a premonition.
No, he's definitely not retiring. He's only 32.
Yeah, he's
old. He has been around for a while. He has been around for a while.
To be fair, that's what I'd like to happen. What in reality is going to happen in the real world is that Max is going to get absolutely cooked.
That's the Jamie I know and love. I knew you.
Do you think he gets KO, Joe?
No, I just think he gets outworked.
Yeah.
I just think he gets outworked. I think Ilya's younger, isn't he? He looks younger anyway. I think he's younger.
Yeah.
So Ilya's younger, he's fresher. Max has never turned down a fight in his life and has had wars. So for that reason, I think Ilya just got outwork him, and it's a bit of a changing of the guard. It's a changing of the guard moment, and Ilya is going to be quite an unstoppable force after, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Good thing I agree with you both, by the way.
You think Max is winning?
Yeah. I think Max is gonna catch him head kick KO. I'm calling it right now.
Are you basing that after Jai Herbert stuff?
Yeah. Plus, it's other fights that he's had in the UFC. He does get caught with a head kick quite a lot.
Well, Max gets punched a lot.
Yeah. That is my only fear, that his chin resistance just goes like that.
It might not even, his resistance might not even go down. It's just that Ilya's so flipping accurate. Like, he might just catch him.
I'll just go through some of these comments. A9 says Cal curse Max will win. Jamie, I don't predict these things. Theo says, I really like Ilya. Is one of my favorite fighters. Ilya is only 27, by the way. Crazy. So what I'm going to say Max is going to regain his belt is that I've seen a couple of things from Ilya's fights that can be exposed a little bit. He has had trouble. I think when he's made his UFC debut, I think it was his second fight against Ryan Hall that he got clipped, stumbled, didn't get finished, or he wasn't going to get finished, but he got caught with something that I didn't expect him to get caught with. Like, he has been caught in his other fights, and the one that does stick out is the Jai Herbert fight where he did get caught with a head kick. Yes, it was the division above. Yes, I think it may have been on short notice he took that fight against Jai.
And Jai Herbert's super tall as well.
Jai Herbert's super tall, but guess what? Max is super tall. Max is super tall for the weight class.
Yeah. But
he's definitely heavier fight night than him.
He's got short arms though, Max.
Yeah. Ironically, he's got short arms. He's got long legs.
Yeah,
that's why he gets punched a lot.
Yeah,
because he has to get in the pocket. He has to stay in the pocket.
Yeah.
But for me, if Max wants to win this, he's going to need to use the leg kicks, the legs, to keep the range, because his arms are so short. He's going to have to use the leg kicks to keep the range and start kicking that lead leg, the boxing leg. Because if Ilya's going to go with this boxing heavy style, we always say the boxers usually struggle because they can't defend the front leg kick, and the leg gets chewed up. And then when they try to switch the positions, try to switch their legs around, they're like, shit, don't know really what to do here. And then that's where things sort of fall apart. And
Ilya's not just a boxer though.
I know.
He's not just a boxer.
And that's the crazy thing, right? Because everyone thinks, Ilya's this knockout artist and stuff like
this. He's a wrestler.
Before he came to the UFC, he had more submission wins than knockouts. It's only since he's become to the UFC that he's become a bit of a knockout machine. So it'd be very interesting to see if Ilya reverts back to the grappling. I don't think he will, because he said that he's going to do the point. He's going to do the finger point first 10 seconds, see if they're going to, the base is, I'm going to say this without needing to use pause, but they're going to bang it out. Pause. The first 10 seconds. So
Max
nothing
ain't
wrong
going to
with
do
that.
that.
no, Max
Max ain't going to do that. Max ain't going to jump in the fire in the first 10 seconds.
But I do think that if he does lose, he should, that should be his last fight at featherweight. So if he does lose, that should be his last fight at featherweight and go and fight at lightweight, where you are somehow now ranked number 5 at lightweight now. So he should probably fight at lightweight. Even if he wins, like if Max wins, he's going to fight Volk again. Do we really want a Max Volk 4? No, not really.
If Max loses, I know exactly who he should be fighting next.
Diego Lopez.
Nope.
No.
Get him the Conor fight.
Get in line. Unless you want to waste some more time.
But no, Conor was more likely to take the Max fight than the Chandler fight because he knows for full well Max will not take him down.
That's true. A9 Cal, if Max wins, we need you to believe we're losing 5-0 to Arsenal so we can win 3-1.
Yeah, it's a great weekend.
No, I don't need Cal to predict that because one day his curse is going to break, and I don't want that to break on that result. So I just need Cal to keep his predictions to himself.
This weekend could be elite, you know that, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
We're going into a game as well Sunday where we're not going to be tired because the Saturday pay-per-view finishes over.
Yeah. So this is how my perfect weekend should go. Southampton getting something from City. Not going to happen.
Don't bank on that one, Luke.
No, yeah, not banking on that. I'm not banking on that, but a slight possibility because Southampton could give us a little bit of hope, just for it to be snatched away. Max retains.
No, Max wins. You mean?
Yeah, Max retains. Yeah. Max wins, and Robert Whittaker defeats Hamzat Chimaev, which we'll discuss about afterwards. And then Liverpool win, end Arsenal's title hopes there and then. Go 7 points clear of Arsenal. Send Arsenal's fans into meltdown. Beautiful. That's how that weekend goes.
That would be the perfect weekend.
The perfect weekend. Exactly.
I don't see happening though.
But then I can't wait for them people to say that, yeah, Liverpool still haven't faced anyone good. Could you imagine we'd beat Arsenal and people will go, still not faced anyone good?
They'll turn around and say Arsenal were ravaged with injuries. That's what they'll do.
CJ, I think Ilya makes a statement. Okay, let's go to predictions. Now. I need the Arsenal tears flowing. Don't we all? Don't we all? I'll start off with predictions. I'll start off with you, Jamie. Who's winning? Which round?
I think Ilya wins the decision. I just think, it works, Max. Changing of the guard.
Callum.
Ilya round 2 submission.
Okay, I'm going to go Max TKO late. He's going to start it off with the head kick, and then it will be going on from there.
I hope so, but
yeah,
I see Ilya winning.
I hope so.
See, I think Gaethje was ready made for a Max fight.
Yeah,
right,
in
Gaethje fought. Yeah, he fought in the way Max wants the fight to be fought. Ilya, I don't think he's going to do that.
No, he's not.
That's the difference.
Plus, Ilya's way. I say this with greatest respect to Gaethje. Ilya's got more way cleaner with his technique. Yeah, way cleaner with his technique. Yeah, that as well, Jay. Ilya rarely wastes anything.
Yeah, I like Ilya, man. I like both these guys. It's a shame one of them has to lose, but it's going to be good, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah,
it's going to be entertaining.
The reason why I think I'm more comfortable with Ilya losing this one because I know in the future he'll win that belt back again.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Theo says Ilya has that aura. I don't get it. It's just there.
Facts.
Do you think he's got that aura?
Yeah. He's sort of like when he's on screen, he's got a presence.
Yeah.
He's that guy. Ilya's that guy.
He has got a presence.
It's a little hobbit.
Like he looks like a villain. Like he's literally the perfect villain. Like you'd see him in a movie and
Yeah.
you go, yeah, he'd take your girl and he'd still beat you up. Like he's that
Yeah,
guy.
he's not a good guy. He don't come across as a good guy at all.
No.
You
No,
know,
apparently
he's
behind the
daft.
scenes, he is a good guy. Apparently
Yeah,
behind the
because
scenes,
Yeah, but
he
he
ran
look-
into Volk. He ran into
He
Volk,
but he looks
didn't he?
smug. Do you know what I mean? He looks
Yeah.
smug.
It's a smug
You know.
because he ran
the
into
villain,
Volk.
he's got that villainness about him, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, did you guys see Volk's and those two interaction together?
yeah,
Like,
they're cool
complete
now, innit?
respect.
Yeah.
Like complete respect. And then Ilya says it's just business.
But
CJ says
here's the thing. This is
arrogant.
the sort of difference between Ilya and how Connor's gone about things. Everything Ilya said, whether Max likes it or not, in my opinion, Ilya's never crossed the line with anything he said. And he never crossed the line with Volk either. He just kept on saying, I'm going to beat you, you're old and you're finished. And he said stuff about fighting. He never crossed over and said anything that went too far, in my opinion. That's why Ilya can turn around and say it's just business, and Volk kind of has to be like, yeah, it was.
Cap GTO Frank, good thing Paddy didn't get touched by Ilya back in the day.
It would have been ugly.
Yeah, that would have been ugly. I'm so glad that fight never got made, by the way.
Oh, I kind of wanted it to. Ilya would smoke Paddy bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, would be looking good. But before we touch on to the co-main event, make sure everyone to smash the like button, hit the like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. And then if you're watching on X, make sure to smash the like button. Follow the guys on YouTube and on X as well. I think both their handles are in like the little titles down there, so make sure to follow them. Co-main event 5-rounder: Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev. Rebooked from last time that they were in Saudi, when Khamzat had to pull out due to medical reasons. That's where we saw Whittaker absolutely smoke Ankalaev. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I'll start off with you, Callum. I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. I just got the humble Khamzat, like thinking like that about the humble Khamzat that's popped up to this fight week. Do you think this is the right comeback opponent for Khamzat, or do you think he should have had someone a little bit further down the ranking to sort of dip his toes back in, because he's been very in and out?
Robert Whittaker's the worst opponent, or probably one of the worst opponents you can come back to. This is kind of why I rate Khamzat, because like fighting Whittaker, and it's not like you're fighting Usman on a short notice and who's having to jump up from welter. Like you're fighting a fully fledged middleweight, and you're fighting him with a fight camp, and he's fought twice maybe in the time that you fought once, or since you last fought.
I forgot when Khamzat even last fought.
I rate one thing about Khamzat, whether we agree or disagree with some of the stuff he says, like the guy will fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. Like that is the one thing I'll say about him. Like he would never back down from a fight. But I also feel like a lot of the middleweights are tailor-made for his style as well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do think. I'm just trying to think with last time Khamzat fought, actually.
Last fight would have been Usman last year in November?
November. Yeah, I think so. Because he's had multiple like health issues. He's had multiple health issues. COVID.
Apparently, it was his son that had the health issues, not just him.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, he suffered from depression as well.
Yeah.
So he's really been through the ringer, especially the last few years. Because I think there was a time where he was going to retire because of his illness. Yeah, last time that they fought was October 21st, 2023 on the Islam Makhachev versus Volkanovski 2 card. All the way back in Abu Dhabi. And before that, it was Kevin Holland, September last year. So the last time he even fought, twice within the same year was 2022 when he fought Burns and he fought Kevin Holland. So since then, he's taken at least a year out in between his other 2 fights. But I'll go to you, Jamie. Jamie, what have you thought of Khamzat this fight week? He's come in very, very, very humble. CJ says that humble Khamzat scares him. scares him. Does humble Hamzat scare you, or do you think Robert Whittaker's going to humble him on Saturday?
I'm scared of no man.
Yes! That's what I love about you.
I'm more scared of my wife than any man. I'll put it that way.
Preach.
I was watching today, and Hamzat was having some photos shoot done, and I was looking at it, and I was like, "This looks like a different man. He looks like a different person, like completely. Yeah, he's shredded. He looks great. The beard's on point. The hair, everything about him just looks different to Hamzat of old.
Even with glasses.
I think he's got absolute ragdoll the shit out of Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling you may be right, you know.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Luke. From everything you've asked for from this weekend, it's looking kind of bleak, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything I've asked for. Doing everything I've asked for.
Right, we're not gonna see Southampton get anything, and I gotta agree with Jay, bro. Like I love Rob Whittaker, but I just think it's Hamzat. Yeah. I think it's tailor made for Hamzat.
You don't know my prediction yet, so you never know. I might have Hamzat winning this.
He looks great. I've never seen Hamzat look this good. I've never seen Hamzat look like physically from a standpoint. Looking at him, he looks healthiest I've ever seen. He looks fit. He looks great, man. And
I think if
he knows that
he's
got a one-way fighting, hasn't he?
Yeah. Because CJ said if Hamzat finds a gas tank and he's the best in the division, yes, that has been a question mark that has been placed upon him. If Whittaker fights like he did in his last fight, he will win, in my opinion. Askarov wasn't at the
different level of fighter, isn't it? Yeah,
Askarov was not at the level. And plus, Hamzat finished him in one round as well. So, yeah. I thought so too, Jamie. He looks totally different. I think he smashes Bobby Knuckles. You know what? I have a feeling that he might, because I think he said in his presser that Robert knows how it feels to lose. I don't. I was thinking,
scary, man. When you say stuff like that, that's scary.
With
the glasses as well. Yeah, that's a slot quote, isn't it?
It's just been watching slot quotes.
That is an Arnold Slot quote.
If Hamzat starts mentioning Nottingham Forest on the weekend, then
he's not going to make it to the fight. Slot will find him. He won't make it to the fight.
A9 says, didn't Hamzat change his coach? He's gone back to his roots. He's gone back to his roots. Old wrestling coach. I think he's gone back to his old team, which I think is probably the best decision he could have done, because let's be honest, I think the massive question mark we had about him was that gas tank. Now, one round is good, but after one round, you're sort of gasping like he was against Usman. But I think that's still my biggest question mark for him. Is what I don't think he's going to get the quick finish. People think he's going to ragdoll Whittaker, which I think he could do later on. But I think Whittaker's going to drag this out. You know, I think this will tell if Hamzat's got past all these issues. You know, obviously the stuff that's happened with his son. Hopefully that's all all sorted out. His son's well, but I think for him, if he's gotten over his health issues and he can show us that, he's got his gas tank, then my word, Robert Whittaker is in for a long, long night. I don't think he's going to finish Whittaker, but he's going to ragdoll him for about 5 rounds. He's going to ragdoll for all the 5 rounds, in my opinion.
I don't think it goes 5 rounds, Luke, bro.
Don't think you go 5 rounds?
I hate to say it. I think it's a round 2 win for Hamzat.
Round 2. Hamzat usually starts extremely fast. Curious to see how he starts the fight. He may see a totally different fighter. Do you think that, Jamie, was he a totally different fighter, or do you think he'll just shoot out the blocks and it'll be business as usual with him?
I think Hamzat wants to drag Whittaker into the later rounds instead of the other way around.
Do you?
Yeah, I think Whittaker has had wars He's been knocked out recently. He's been beaten recently. He had a quick fight in his last one. He's older. I literally think that's what Khamzat wants to do. He wants to drag. If he can keep laying on him, grappling, laying on him, putting his weight on him, 3-4 rounds in, that's going to really hurt Whittaker, I think. I think that's going to gas him out a little bit.
Yeah, because I think it would be more impressive in my eyes if he can sort of take Robert Whittaker into deep waters. Because let's be honest, like, if he knocks him out within 2 rounds, Cal, people are going to say, wow, that's impressive. You ragdolled Robert Whittaker. But everyone's still going to have that question mark. It's like, the gas tank, is it still there? Is the gas tank there? If we get to championship rounds, is it going to be there?
I hate to be that guy, though, who does take him to championship rounds in the middleweight division, though.
Is he?
Is he?
Oh, what, Khamzat or Whittaker?
No, who takes Khamzat to championship rounds?
Sorry. definitely not Izzy, by the way. Definitely.
Yeah, I love Izzy, but once Khamzat gets a hold of him, it's possibly
done. Maybe Drickus.
Maybe Drickus is the only one. Everyone else, I think he beats, unfortunately for them.
Ghost, Tails, and Chill. I'm sad because we're all thinking it. Khamzat will knock Bobby. Khamzat will knock Bobby out. I wish to God I'm wrong. I don't think he knocks him out, but I think he gets a submission.
I think it's a submission as well.
So go with predictions on that. Submission for you, Callum. Round two.
Round two sub.
I'll go round 4 sub. Jamie.
I'm going another decision win.
Decision win. I swear to. Don't be predicting.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't even mind decisions at this time of the when we're filming.
Yeah. Actually, I don't mind that. Actually.
We're actually all right. We're living good, guys.
I touched on the comment that A9 left earlier that I probably should have brought it up when we were talking about Islam briefly. I guarantee Islam doesn't want to fight another Muslim fighter. He said he would.
Yeah, I don't think that would stop. I guarantee you Islam would fight Bilal Muhammad. Oh, guarantee it.
Yes, 100%.
Guarantee.
I'm actually thinking TKO, but submission is very much possible. Theo said that the Ngannou card was way too.
That must be
long. Yeah, it was way too long. But let's touch on the next fight on the card. Ankalaev, aka I've got no aura whatsoever. So I'm at the press conference. He tried to look cool. He's got 0 aura. You can tell that's why he's not getting the shot at the title when you're dressed like that. Ridiculous. Versus Rakic. Ankalaev has been told if he puts on a good performance and gets a good result, he gets a title shot, and says the reason why they're doing this is so that they can keep Pereira away from him. I'll start off with you, Jamie. Is that the case, or is it because Ankalaev is just not really entertained to watch, and this is about entertaining the fans?
Let's be fair, he's not entertaining and he's meaty. I'm going to put it out there. He's extremely overrated. Protecting Pereira don't need protecting. You need protecting from Pereira. That's the difference here. Don't have that fight if you want to live. And you don't. You see what Killian Roundtree went through. Hang on one sec, my kid's banging my door and go smash him. No. Right back.
Jamie, the audio is still on, Jamie Edge. If we guess you could, your audio.
I'll be real with you, Luke. As it pertains to this fight, because of the stipulation that Ankalaev has to put on a quote unquote good performance, I'm leaning towards Rakic winning this fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Because it means that Ankalaev's gonna have to put himself in the firing line to get I think Rakic's striking is so underrated. I think everyone forgets that he was beating Jan Blachowicz until he tore his ACL. And again, Yuri, the only person in this division who beat
He had
Yuri.
success against Yuri, and then Yuri just pulled out a Yuri things. And
yeah, but the only person who has success against Yuri is Alex Pereira, who has success against everybody. By the way, Khalil Roundtree versus Yuri Prohaska. Please sign me up for that fight as well. But yeah, I think Rakic is going to do it.
Yeah, I think Rakic in the second round knockout.
Second round knockout. Jamie, CJ saying that you versus your kids on the undercard.
That'd be a quick fight.
It's too late. I've just smashed him.
It's too late. Ankalaev's next fight should be Pereira. Not if he
It
loses.
should have been. It should have been, but it won't be now.
He
You weren't
put on
ready. So Pereira ain't waiting around, man.
Yeah. Facts.
And plus, let's be honest, he put on an absolute stinker against Blachowicz, where it was a draw and it was the worst fight I have possibly seen in ages.
I actually don't think it was as bad as people make out, you know.
I think we were tired and Paddy stank it up the fight before.
Oh yeah, Paddy was on that.
Yeah, it was hard to go back and watch, wasn't it?
Stinky.
Yeah.
I've not watched that back since. I don't think I want to watch it back.
Ankalaev was putting on a ball fest and Pereira was putting on a clinic. There's a difference here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's hashtag levels. Hashtag levels. CJ with a comment saying, I agree, Cal. Rakic wins.
I think Rakic gets it done as well.
Yeah, I think Rakic gets it done as well. I thought Rakic is underrated. He's very underrated. I think he gets slept on quite a lot.
Yeah, he does.
That he's never had the opportunity. He's never really been like, oh, he's one fight away from the belt. He's always seen like he's a couple of fights away. I'll just have a look at his record. I want to see who he's lost to because I think he's only lost to the best.
Same as my record.
I think he's lost to in the UFC. He's lost to Prochazka and Blachowicz. I don't think he's lost to anyone else in the UFC. I think his debut fight in the UFC was Jimmy Manuwa, and he that KO.
Oh yeah.
That KO Jimmy Manuwa was horrible, wasn't it?
Oh, that was brutal.
I'll just have a quick look.
He's beaten Thiago Santos. He's beaten Anthony Smith.
Oh god, the skin is
I lost to Uzdemir. And lost his debut. Lost his MMA debut in 2011. Then his first UFC loss was to Uzdemir. Then he lost to Jan Blachowicz.
How did he lose to Uzdemir? Was that decision or knockout?
Decision loss. And then lost to Jan Blachowicz and then took about 2 years off.
Yeah, no, he had the ACL injury.
And then ACL. Yeah. Just go through a couple of these. Hamzat wants Pereira next. He wants an early grave. That's what he wants.
I'm not gonna lie. Hamzat, if Hamzat's able to get the middleweight belt and he can go up and challenge Pereira, that will sell a lot.
Yeah, Chapman. Some of the comments you've asked, I have starred them because I will answer them afterwards. But your comments have been starred, and I will go through them as well. They should just let Hamzat fight Pereira. I feel like there's a world that, because he said that he'd happily drop down to 70 if he could get the belt. I could imagine that they'd let him drop to 70, get the 70 belt, and see who's got the 205 belt. And I think they could grant Pereira a chance for legacy.
I'm not going to lie to you. If Shavkat beats Bilal and remains undefeated and Hamzat beats Robin and remains undefeated, that's the fight I want to see.
Yeah,
I know Islam wants the welterweight title shot. I'd rather see Hamzat versus Shavkat.
Oh, yeah. Or if Islam wins the belt after the smack talking that Hamzat's done to the Khabib camp, you're not taking Islam versus Hamzat.
I'll be real with you. I don't think Islam wants to smoke with Hamzat.
But it'll be a hell of a fight anyway. But speaking of good fights, next fight on the card is
disgusting.
What?
Oh my god, that Bonnie Blue. She's wrong.
Yeah.
950 men in one day.
950.
That's what she's trying to break the record. Can you imagine being 949?
Well, the last one's going to fall in the Grand Canyon, isn't it?
Moving on. Speaking of Grand Canyons,
not going to swim.
Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige next on the card.
Sleeper fight.
I feel sorry for Dan Ige because he got screwed. He should have fought at the Noche card.
This is where I get my coffee.
No, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this one. Larone's one of ours, man. We need Larone to win. I'm looking for Larone to win.
Hang on.
Trust me, Jamie, the worst fight on the card is probably be the first fight. Which would be
I've had a premonition. This would be a ball fest.
No, trust me, the first fight's going to be a ball fest. The first fight's a ball fest. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, because Ige don't do boring fights.
Ige definitely does not do boring fights. But I do think this is Lerone Murphy's time.
That's Bonnie Blue on the phone to Cal.
I will.
Jesus.
Cal's 9:49.
Did you feel anything? No.
No. Did you?
I tried.
Jesus Christ. Look where the show going.
Slippery miss.
Yeah. Danny Gay versus Lerone Murphy, both ranked. Massive opportunity for Lerone Murphy.
Yeah.
To really make a statement. I tried to pull up the rankings. Two Brits in this division, Cal.
14, right?
Yes, I believe so. This is the perfect opportunity.
I like this fight for Lerone Murphy. Danny Gay's he's a very tough opponent, but I think it's a very winnable fight for Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy reminds me of the featherweight version of Leon Edwards. Technically very good everywhere, but he's not a trash talker.
Oh no, Jamie doesn't. Jamie's face would be like, I don't like him. The featherweight version of Leon Edwards, Jamie.
Yeah,
good.
In the sense of he doesn't do much trash talking. He's technically sound everywhere. I wouldn't say he's special anywhere, but he's technically very sound everywhere.
Yeah, he's not special. That is right. If he's Edwards,
I do think he'll win, but yeah, I don't know if he'll be.
He's this.
Oh, for fuck.
No, he's more aggressive than Leon, though. He's definitely more aggressive than Leon. He's more of a front foot fighter, I'd say.
Guys, have you seen the Alex Pereira released sparring footage with UFC lightweight Ronaldo Rodriguez?
No.
Yes, I have seen it.
Pereira's just
how bad is it?
He's just they could kill him any second. It's mad. I'll put it in our group.
Yeah, I have seen it on X, but I'll push for predictions. I'll push through predictions. Jamie, predictions for this? So Lerone Murphy going to bore himself to a decision?
Brits gotta get it done. I've just this little. Yeah, the Brits gotta get it done. Knockout. Round one. Hang on. 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
I swear to God, that comes through. I swear to God, I'm going to get that.
If that happens, by the way, I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack because I've got powers.
Yeah. I am also going to go decision as well. I'm going to go Lerone Murphy decision. If he's like the featherweight Leon Edwards, that means he is the decision. He is the decision king. So I will go with a decision. Wait for Callum to get back, but I won't really. You know what? Yeah, I will touch on it briefly because I don't know a lot about one of the fighters, but I know a little bit about Putin. Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't pronounce the fucker's name. The guy with one eye. Putin, the one-eyed guy that's basically like Bisping.
Oh yeah, the ginger geezer. Yeah,
the ginger geezer.
The
ginger geezer. I'm gonna go that he's gonna stay undefeated.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that's my thing. I'll just get Callum's.
That's the opening match, ain't it?
Yeah. That's the opening match. Callum, quick prediction for Lerone Murphy, Danny Gay.
Yeah, decision, unanimous decision
win, and Putin. Just quick prediction. I've gone decision win for basically Bisping's long lost relative because they both got one eye.
Shara Bullet,
yeah, Shara Bullet. That's what I'm gonna say now. Nearly Bullet. Took off Nina's head.
Shara Mega Madoff, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just go
Oh,
through some.
sorry, I remember. I forgot. There's only one bullet in the UFC. My bad. My bad.
I'll let that,
Jamie's like,
I'll let
don't you
that slip.
dare! Like,
It's all right, I'll let that slip.
Yeah.
You're lucky. I was just looking at John Anik trying to drink a beer, thinking he's
Yeah, I
hard.
did see that.
Smashed the shit out of
That
this
looks
guy.
hilarious.
I literally smashed the
A9
shit out
with
of
a
this guy.
comment. Inshallah, Hamza and Ankalaev win. Chapman plays. Any boxing streams in the work, Luke? I'll probably do a few boxing videos because it was an Usyk Fury press conference where Usyk literally dressed up as the hitman and then made Fury sign a photo of him getting punched in the face. And Fury tried to do the Fury shit of doing the antics, but yeah, Usyk's going to knock him out in the rematch. I'm calling that now.
Don't care about that stuff.
Now, have you guys thought about doing WWE watch-alongs?
I'll do them.
Are you going to, Joe?
Oh, I'll do them. When I was thinking about doing the Saudi one.
I know you've done them in the past.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the Saudi one because it's early, ain't it?
Yeah.
And we'll just touch on this briefly. I am the most casual UFC fan. Why wouldn't Dana pay Ngannou the money he deserves?
Where do we start?
It's Dana.
Yeah,
because Ngannou was asking for more money than he brings in.
It wasn't that. Dana, the main snag was Francis wanted in things like insurance and all that stuff for the fighters. Dana's never going to do that. Dana's running it how Vince ran WWE. He's saying you're contracted to us, but you're basically a freelancer, but we're going to treat you like an employee, but without the perks of being an employee. And Francis tried to make a stand for it, but because no one else would do the same, then Francis was alienated. This notion that Dana, it's crazy how Dana White talks about prize fight, like talks about how Francis wants to make money. Like, yeah, why shouldn't he? How much money does Dana White promote?
He should make as much money as he can. My problem with Francis is that he's actually the one suffering.
Is he though?
Yeah, he's going to suffer, man. There's only going to be so long that he can have any sort of fight. Like they're now getting a glory kickboxer to fight him because there's no one in PFL.
He's not going to fight that guy. They train. But Jay, all right. If I'm not mistaken, he made about 20 mil for fighting Fury, and maybe about 15 mil for fighting Joshua, from what I've heard. That's 40 mil of 2 fights. He would never have made that in the UFC.
Yeah, I get that, but if he wants to keep fighting, he needs to be in the UFC. I don't think he's boxing again. Don't think he's boxing again.
I'd change that, Jay. If you wanted to keep fighting the best guys, you go to the UFC. But if you want to make more money,
his pride.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be funny. John Jones sat out for 3 years, and then as soon as Francis was gone, magically was ready to fight again. Like,
I agree with that. I
think Dana just doesn't remember the whole situation.
It's a weird one with Francis because I do understand the company's point of view on the Francis situation, but at the same time, you should pay your champion what you think he's worth. My thing, he did the same with Mighty Mouse. You know, he weren't willing to pay him what he wanted, and he was happy to let him go. So, yeah, I do think there is a thing that Francis weren't a draw. That is a problem as well. He just won't a draw. So he's not bringing money in.
Gifford and Ngannou, Jake Paul's for the giggles. Yeah, we'll definitely see a death.
I don't want Ngannou just fighting in PFL though. I want him back in the UFC. I want to see Prayer. I want to see Prayer and Ngannou, Aspinall. Like them three could fight for 2 years amongst them.
Hey, Dana got asked about Francis versus Jones, and then he went, I think the fight fans want to see is Jones versus Aspinall.
Why did he make it then?
No, the sort of fight I want to see now is Pereira Aspinall. I ain't gonna lie.
Theo
2 men in their prime.
Mighty Mouse for Ben Askren.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
The problem is they're just not paying enough. They're not paying their fighters enough. Like, all right, I take Deontay Wilder for example. We all sit here and we can all agree Deontay Wilder is past his prime by a distance now. Yeah.
Yeah.
His last fight against Zhang, he made $8 million.
Yeah.
Which UFC fight makes 8 million? Like, I was listening to the podcast with Mighty Mouse and Max Holloway earlier.
Yeah,
And Max
good.
joked and was like, if I had 20 million in my account, I'd probably just sit on game all day. I'm not being funny. You look at who Max has fought and how long he's been a fighter. He should have 20 million in his account.
Yeah. It's because UFC has monopolised the business, so there's only one place to go. So they got to pay him that way. And Ngannou took a risk and didn't sign his contract. You could say the risk paid off because he got 2 heavyweight title fight. He got a heavyweight title fight. Man, he didn't get the title fight, so they didn't let him out. But he got big money for his fights anyway. So he probably financially made bank. But now the risk, I don't know if it's completely paid off because he's got to be out of the limelight a little bit when the big boys are in UFC doing their thing. So yeah, it's UFC know what they're doing. Smart business. Smart business.
A night I want Jones and Garner and Islam Topuria on the same card. We can dream. And Theo.
I think Ngannou John Jones does happen.
Yeah, I think that only happens because of Sheikh Turkey.
Yeah, I think it happens.
How much do you think Francis Ngannou made for his last fight versus Cyril Gane? Heavyweight title fight.
I'll go say 300 grand.
He made 600k.
Yeah, so I went for
Cyril Gane made 500k. This is the heavyweight. This is meant to be the 2 baddest men in your organization, and combined they make just over $1 million. Combined.
Yeah.
But John Jones would probably get several mil.
Like 600k. You're the head. Imagine. How much do you think Dubois is going to make his next fight against Joshua?
Probably about 7 mil.
At least.
The thing is, MMA can never pay like boxing does.
But the thing is, because
finance
Kamaru had to borrow him money.
I think they can, Jay. I just think they choose not to.
Well, the thing is, like, because UFC is one promotion, ain't it? Boxing has like IBF, that's a different promotion. WBA is a different promotion.
Yeah.
And then the TV companies they talk to are like Showtime or ESPN or Fox, wherever the fight's going to be situated. So if there's a fight, TNT will put a share in, Showcase will put a share in, Fox will put a share in, ESPN will put a share in, the promoters will put shares in, and then the WBA, the IBF. So all that combined makes more money. Where the UFC is just one thing, ain't it?
Well, they've got the ESPN deal. They've got all the other spots. Bruv, look at the cage. Look at the canvas on the cage, bro.
Yeah, they make money.
Yeah, look at my backdrop.
Yeah, I just don't know.
And remember, boxers make more money because they're allowed to be sponsored by who they want. The UFC don't even allow
that's what Dana should allow. If he's going to continue paying them the way he is, he should allow them to be freelance so they can have any sponsorship they like. So if they did that, I think fighters would be more happy then. Yeah, because they can make more money through the sponsors than probably through Dana. So but it's some differences, but only getting 600 grand fighting Cyril Gane, the heavyweight championship of the world, is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
You should be making 1 million easy
minimum.
I'll just go through some of these comments quickly. A9 says Pereira Ankalaev in Saudi because Saudi will give them that money. 16 to 20% is pathetic. You're putting your body on your line and potentially life on the line. Canelo makes 50 mil on a bad day. Exactly how UFC blocks some sponsorships. These fighters can't even wear their own shorts they want. LA.
It's pathetic. It is bad. They should be allowed to wear. They should be allowed to have any sponsors and shit like that they want.
Even if Dana said, look, we don't want it on the shorts because we want the shorts to be clean when you're in there, but you guys can wear a tracksuit or a jacket to the ring, and you can.
And do you remember the old flags I used to put up? Yeah.
You took the words out of my mouth, Jay. Behind the fighter before the fight started.
Yeah.
Gone.
They're doing more personalized shorts. They're doing more personalized shorts now. You've seen Ilya's shorts for.
Yeah, Ilya's shorts are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still UFC owned, don't they? That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's because UFC want you to be able to buy their merchandise. Exactly. So you can go on UFC, you can go and buy UFC merchandise If they put advertisement on UFC merchandise, you can't buy it.
And just spend loads of money on that. They're going to start getting tattoos as sponsors. Yeah, probably.
Dana will sack them.
Yeah,
Dana will sack them on the spot.
Burn it off their skin if they did that.
Oh dear. But anyway, guys, we're probably going to wrap it up there. Massive thanks to everyone that's tuned in on YouTube and on X as well. It's the first time that I've streamed on X, and by the looks of it, I'll be streaming a lot more on X as well, based on tonight's numbers as well, which is really, really good. Anything you guys want to promote that's coming up this weekend, apart from the obvious watch along for UFC 308?
Thing, guys. I've gone onto the UFC store. How much do you think it is for a Venom UFC t-shirt with Pereira on the back?
£8.
$125.
Yeah, Jay's spot on.
Fucking hell. You're putting on shit fights, and we have to do this. Oh,
that's crazy. Do you know how much the shorts are, guys?
$75.
$90.
$100.
$100 for a pair of shorts. A pair of shorts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
Yeah, guys, you got anything you guys want to promote that's coming up?
I've got a show straight after this.
Yes, everyone, I still don't know how to properly do it yet, so I haven't redirected over to Jamie's show. But make sure that you go over to Jamie's channel, Jamie Phillips Football Chats, as soon as this ends, because Jamie will be live talking everything, Liverpool transfer rumours, etc. Callum, you got anything that you want to promote as well? Got anything coming up on Sanderson Show, Coppish at all?
I'll probably just do like a 5-minute preview for this card. Now this has gone out. No, probably, and then obviously watch along. This is the link to Jamie's video or next stream. Sorry.
Yeah, so make sure guys tune into that. For me, there might possibly be a video out tomorrow. It will probably be boxing. Just going through the Usyk versus Fury's press conference, because that was very, very interesting. Very interesting. Basically, Fury chatting bollocks again, basically, and getting rattled. But yeah,
as he does,
as he does when he knows that he's not winning. Yeah, but everyone that's tuned in, massive thanks. Everyone that's tuned in on Twitter, X, and YouTube, massive thanks. And then we will see you all very soon. Make sure you go over to Jamie's channel for his video as well.